All right. Welcome back to my garage. And today we're trying a pilot for something. We're going to see how this does. And maybe I'll continue doing them like I do Roadkill. I have a barn location that I keep missing the damn turn for. We're going to do things the Roadkill way, which is we're going to see what it is and try to make it run. Going this way. At least maybe push the car out to that pasture at the bare minimum. Now I don't know what the barn find is. I don't know what the car is going to be. All I know is that I'm going to attempt to get it running. Oh boy, we're going to see it pretty soon here. Is that a ramp truck? Holy shit, the ramp truck fits in a barn? Well, this is good news because it's a V8. It has a chance of running. Oh, I am into this. This is first try, by the way. Oh, I am into this. Looks like all the tires are holding air, mostly. Bad drive shafts. It's a V8. This has a chance of running. I don't know about... Whoa. I did not bring a carb. I brought fuel line. This thing actually has a chance of running. Oh god, the one thing that I forgot is gas. Shit. Yeah, I forgot to bring my gas can. Okay. Big brain move. To make sure it runs, I'll take the gas tank out of this truck. I'm not going to part out my B200 for this, but if it runs, I'll be willing to do anything. Oh, that's... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, that's forever gone. It's for a Fury. Okay. I can make this work. Oil. Oh. Not good. Good enough for it to at least turn over. Okay. We can make this work. We can do this. This isn't bad. Let me push it out a little ways. Yeah, let's get it ready to get pushed. That front end does not look happy. Okay, it's getting stuck. Okay. I can work with this. It's got busted headlights. That's okay. I don't plan on driving this. Yeah, it's got a bad leaf spring, but also a flat tire. Yeah, this thing would be a nightmare to drive. As long as we don't have a piston at 0%, or the carb is at 0%, it should run. Run enough for me to take it home. and do something with it. I've only built one ramp truck, so I'm glad I didn't bring a ramp truck to deal with the ramp truck. That's kind of a savior right there. But who knows? Maybe I can do the Mike Finnegan thing where I put a blower on a ramp truck. Okay. We got this. Should run. It should run. I've brought tons of supplies. As long as they stay in the map. I brought battery cables. I got a fuel pump. I have coolant and oil. It's just a question of will it run? First, let me get rid of the stuff that I'm not going to use, obviously, out of here. That should be about everything. Okay. I will clean up the parts after. Let's just go out the gate. Put a battery in it and see what it will do. Alright, let's see. Will it crank? Ooh, the windows work. Lovely. Wow, lovely. Ooh. I've brought a starter as well, so let's do the cables and the starter. If I can manage to get everything off. Yeah, just detach the starter wire. Alright. Throw this in the bed. The bad battery as well. Starter. Okay. Battery cables. Oh no, did I not buy a starter? Alright, we'll rob the starter off of... we'll rob the starter off of this truck. Just to see. Damn, I'm a little impressed with myself to manage to actually do that. But as you can see, I'm not using any sort of wear mod. Nothing along those lines. Doing this all legitimate. I don't know what's wrong with this. Why it was parked. No idea. The block is in good shape. So the motor's not bad. We just gotta hope that that carb is good. If the carb isn't good, it's not gonna start. It's gonna toast the whole engine. Alright, let's see. Does she run? Well, will it at least? It will crank. Let's get the gas tank. feel like it's a little cheap to rob the gas tank out of your good daily driver. But I want this ramp truck to... I want to know if it's going to run. Or I have a lot more work ahead of me with this poor truck. Oh, Jesus. Can I just get... Yeah, right here. I know the fuel line is bad. Let's see. No way. Easy as that. 11 minutes. It runs. Does it drive, though? I don't want to... The big issue with this is that I don't want to drive it with the bad carb or oil. Let me pull it out into the sun, at the very least. Yeah, we can do that. Ooh. Does not sound happy. I think it's actually stuck because of the mirrors. Yeah, it's because of the mirrors, I bet. That's why I brought that. So let's just pull the mirrors off and put them back on. This mirror should be alright, but... Okay, that glitched. Now let's try. Is it killing the intake? No, and the other head is not dying either. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. Come on. I know it's a full tank of gas. Uh-oh. Yeah, something just expired, I bet. Well... Oh, come on, you can do it. Why are you getting stuck? What color is it? Is it pink? I don't know what it is with this game and pink cars. I just seem to be really good at finding them. All right, well, it ran. Why it doesn't run anymore is a good question. But that's okay, it ran. We have succeeded. So, I'm going to get this thing back to the shop. I'm going to look into it a little bit more before we consider this a complete write-off, because the V8, it may not want to start again. So, I'm a little bit prepared for that. Also, I want my starter back and my fuel tank, so, yeah. Oh, it was probably stuck on this. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, let's get it back. Ooh. I think it's a good thing I didn't try to drive this, because it looks as if there is no brakes. So, yeah, there are more underlying issues with this thing. Alright, well, I'm going to get this thing towed back, drive back myself, and we're going to see if we can make it run and drive. That will be the big question. Because if it doesn't, do have a big block with a blower. Could be a nice alternative for it. Alright, let me also just make sure that this thing's gonna run. Okay, good. Did it use a lot of gas? Nah. Nice. Okay. We'll be back at the shop. Alright, so I know I have the big shop, and I built the shop specifically for this and made sure it is long enough to fit a ramp truck in it. But this thing is so big and it doesn't run, and I'm not keeping it because I have this ramp truck, and I'm not getting rid of this ramp truck. So I'm going to sell this thing off when I'm done with it. I already offered it to one of the guys in Nick's server, so he's going to be taking it after I'm done with it. But last we saw, it stopped running. So I'm going to see what has expired in the engine. I'm going to still dip into the parts that I have sitting in the toolbox there. But I'm going to see what I can do to make it run again. Make it run and drive. Probably go through the brakes. That's probably going to be a a relatively important project, and I might fix up the suspension a tiny bit, but outside of that, I just want to do enough to get it on the road and running reliably. Worst case scenario, I'm not going to put my big block in it because I don't want to waste my big block and sell that with the truck because it's going to skyrocket the price, and I want to sell this thing for $5,000 at least. So, junkyard engine. I have a Charger in my other shop that I could pull the motor from, and it's a race car one, so it's a racing engine. So that would be cool to put in this. Or I'm just going to go to the junkyard, pull out a V8, fluff it up. Or worst case scenario with this engine, I have a rotating assembly from one of Nick's 632s. So I can put a crank and pistons in it and help this thing out. That would be relatively cheap to do. But yeah, past that, I'm not going to do much more to this thing. So, I have a fuel tank, I have a starter. I'm going to throw that on. And we're going to see if that is enough to make it run again. I hope so. I really hope so, but I don't have high hopes. I really do think something internally has expired. Or hell, even the cylinder head has expired. Or the carb. Carb is next. I have a carb sitting around in my other shop. Okay. That's the bad fuel tank, so we're not going to use that. Starter. Also, fuel line fell out of it. I'm not sure from where. Alright, starter. Alright, let's see. Will she run? No. I wonder if internally it's shot. That oil is fantastic. I think I should give it an oil change. Yeah, the pistons still look good on the inside. I wonder if it is just the oil. Alright, oil change, carburetor. Then I begin the worry. Okay, so I have done some dissecting and looking into the engine. It only has 2 bad cylinders. It has a blown head gasket on the driver's side, but the pistons don't look bad. The cam, on the other hand, might be what expired, because I doubt the balancer is something that will prevent the engine from running, at least in my garage. So we have that to worry about. It is either the cylinder head or the cam, which are big jobs that I really, really don't want to do, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, it has fuel. Oh, it might really be the cam. I can do a cam. It's not hard. It's just taking the front accessory drive off. I changed the oil too. Yeah, it's got fresh oil in it. I am just not sure what expired to where it won't run. I really hope it's not like the internals or anything. So it's more oil. It's another like $10 in oil. Do I get a junkyard engine, or do I make this run? So I could probably make this engine run. So if I'm going to do the cam, I might as well do the front cover. I might as well do the balancer. And that would eliminate everything but the cylinder head. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a cam. Yeah. Put a cam in it. We'll see what happens. Alright, moment of truth. This means either I'm going to a junkyard engine and trying to make that run. Maybe pull a cylinder head off of a junkyard engine. I don't know. Let's see. Really don't want to crack the motor open. It's the cylinder head, I bet. Or there is actually a bad piston. Have any more gone bad? Let's see. 1, 2. All those Conrads look good. And those are not bent. I doubt it's spark plugs. I mean, it is. Everything at this point. All right, junkyard it is. Not sure. And I really don't want to put or take the whole engine apart because yeah, really don't want to do that. Okay, time to explore options. All right, option number 1 is at the actual revival place, where I should be doing this to make it harder on myself, is this. I was saving the engine for... I didn't bring engine parts up here, right? No, I did not. It has a good right cylinder head. Oh, actually... This looks worst shape than the motor that is in the ramp truck. Yeah, it's not gonna run. That was a waste of money. I ain't keeping that. Okay, to the junkyard. Alright, it is a few days later, and the truck is back together with a V8 in it. Yeah, I went to the junkyard, found a V8 out of a Challenger. I think I showed that in the footage. And it runs. While I did all of that, because it was going to be a tremendous amount of work to get this thing ready, I have gone through and done the brakes in this thing, so the entire braking system has been gone through, all new lines. The only thing that remains is the master cylinder. Now let me just make sure. Yes, there's oil in it. Should be ready to go. So let's see if we can at least take it around the block. And let's see if it will survive around the block. Oh yeah. Runs nice. It has a performance carb on it, so I don't see why it wouldn't have a little bit of a kick to it. Oh yeah. Yeah, she runs good. The windows need cleaning. Can I go in here? Can I fit through here? I can, wow. Ah, she runs good. Yeah, this thing is nice and ready for who it's going to. Does it run good enough to do a burnout? It pushes through the brakes. Alright, well. Ooh, it's got a purple door sill. Well, there we go. There are all of the parts that it took to make this run. Yeah, it's a lot. This thing was certainly an eye-opener as to what I'm going to be doing with these vehicles, because it's not easy to take something in this game and make it run and drive without knowing the durability of parts, and especially without being able to properly like diagnose stuff without glitching through the engine. But even then, like, I wasn't able to see that there was a bad piston in the engine, so at least I think it is a bad piston. It might have been a cylinder head, but yeah. Well, there you go. I hope to do these as often as Roadkill. I'm going to film another one, so I at least have 2 months. If these do well, I'll make more of them. I'll make more of them. There you go. Ramp Truck Revival. It's back on the road and off to its new owner. Hopefully it takes good care of her, because I don't need a second ramp truck. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you next time.